Let's go ahead and take Drush for a spin by exploring some simple but useful commands. So first of all, make sure you're in the directory of your development site. So I'm going to go ahead and navigate there in my environment. And let's do a Drush status. So this gives us some important information about our Drupal installation. It tells us the version. It tells us some information about the database, about the theme that's being used, and about Drush. Now what happens here is that whenever we run Drush, Drupal gets bootstrapped, which means that all of the code runs that would run if we had gone to a page on our Drupal site. But because we're on the command line, there's a large number of files that we don't have to download, like images and style sheets. So the process is faster than if we had loaded the site in a browser, but we still get all of the PHP running in the background for our Drupal site. And that's what enables us to perform some complicated tasks that would normally need to be done through the user interface. Now we already saw how we could get a list of commands by simply using the Drush command, but if we wanted to learn more about a particular command, we could use Drush help and then the name of the command. Now this is just like it is in Git. So let's do a help on status. Okay, so it says that this provides a bird's eye view of the current Drupal installation, if any. So we could run this command outside of our Drupal installation directory, but we wouldn't get the same information. So it gives us a couple of examples here. It says Drush core status version. Now we ran status, which if we scroll down, we would see is an alias of core status. So this is the full name of the command, but we can also use status or st to do the same thing. So these examples simply show us some potential arguments we could pass in. And below, it shows the list of arguments that we have available to us. One is item, which is optional, and it says the status item lines to display. We can also show passwords to show the database password. So pretty straightforward, and we can run this on any command that we use in Drush. Let's do another command, cc for clear cache. We'll do Drush cc. Right here, I'm going to hit enter. Now after we ran this, we got an option. It says enter a number to choose which cache to clear. So we can clear all or particular items like the menu cache or the CSS or JavaScript aggregated files. Let's go ahead and pick one for now. So I'm going to press 1 and then I'm going to hit enter. And when it's done, we get a message that says all cache was cleared. And then we get this little success message here. Over here on the right, we'll get messages about each command that gets run, so we know whether it was a success or there was a failure we need to look into. Now, first of all, this is a really quick way to clear our caches. And secondly, we have this granularity of what caches we're going to clear, whereas when we clear the cache through the user interface, we only have one option, to clear all caches. If we wanted to skip having to choose a particular option, we could simply pass the name of the cache we want to clear. So for example, we could do Drush cc all in order to clear all the caches without getting prompted. Let's go ahead and do one more command before we jump into looking at how to use Drush to manage feature modules. This one, Drush archive-dump, will create a backup of our entire site plus our database all in one fell swoop. I'm going to go ahead and click enter. When it completes the process, we'll see it says archive save to, and then it gives us the path. Now, this path is defined in Drush by default, but we can override this later if we want to. But it's in my user directory, user/Chris Shattuck, under Drush backups, archive dump, and then it has a timestamp, the name of the site, and then a timestamp in the file name. And notice that this is wrapped up in a tarball. So that process, which I did in one command, would have taken quite a while to produce if we were doing it manually. And so this means we can create backups on a regular basis very easily as we're working through the development process.